Hi, this is Jim Jordan, speaking to you from Ashland, Oregon on March 14th, 2013. And today I want to talk to you about a subject that is very close to me. Years ago, in the 1980s, early 80s, 83, 84, my health collapsed, as many of you who've seen my videos know. And I really was lost. I had no idea what was going on until I got finally a diagnosis of a Candida overgrowth by a nutritionist. And that was the first sign I had. That was just the beginning of my journey into natural healing. But that was the first understanding that I had of what was going on in my health. So Candida is a yeast that occurs naturally in the body, but it's in very limited quantities. It's actually there to decompose the body when your body dies. When your body dies, the Candida overgrows and just eats your body up. Now what happens to a lot of people is it starts to overgrow prior to them dying. Okay, and they have an overgrowth or a systemic Candida infection. Symptoms can range from gastrointestinal symptoms like constipation, bloating, gas, food allergies, leaky gut syndrome, things of that nature. Skin problems like rashes, eczema, psoriasis, breakouts, itchy skin, brain neurological issues like foggy head, foggy brain syndrome, poor memory, fatigue, brain fatigue, poor memory. I said that. Also chronic fatigue in the body, chronic pain in the body, and respiratory problems. A lot of people that I see have chronic respiratory problems. Much of that is being driven by a systemic fungal overgrowth. And that all starts in the intestines, of course. That's where your body is consuming, where you're consuming food, and waste should be moving out. And if you have a poor diet, if your diet is not right, if you have lots of toxic metals in your mouth, if you've taken antibiotics, you're going to have a gut flora imbalance. So if you have any of these symptoms or any combination of them, you may have a Candida overgrowth condition. In fact, I've found that for most chronic health problems, a Candida overgrowth condition is one, if not the primary factors in that condition. So to resolve it is essential. So there's 3 steps to resolve it. The first is a diet. The diet has to restrict foods that fuel Candida. Of course, that's sugar and alcohol, fruit juices, fermented foods should be excluded for a while, moldy foods like cheese and vinegar. Those are some of the most important ones that should be restricted. Gluten grains would be ideal to get out, breads, things like that too. So the diet should be a diet high in protein and good fat, especially coconut oil and olive oil and butter. Lots of vegetables. You can have steamed vegetables, stir-fried vegetables, vegetable soups, vegetable juices, all kinds of things. Fruit in modest quantities, very small amounts, 1 or 2 pieces of fruit a day, not a problem. Beans, if you can digest them. Gluten-free grains are fine, and that would be pretty much summarize the diet, the overview. But your diet could be more customized to your particular condition and severity of condition. So that's part 1. Part 2 would be anti-fungal botanicals. These are herbs and extracts from certain foods that have a powerful suppressing and clearing effect or killing effect on the Candida yeast overgrowth. So garlic, of course, raw garlic is fantastic. Pau d'arco tea is one of my favorites. This is from the Brazilian bark of a tree in the rainforest. It's antifungal. Cat's claw. Caprylic acid is a fatty acid that's found in coconut. Kills Candida. Grapefruit seed extract. Oregano oil, emulsified oregano oil is also great. So when you get to this stage of the program, you really have to, it's usually best to have a combination of 2 or 3 of these antifungal herbs and botanical extracts, because Candida can adapt to just one. So it's like you can become antibiotic resistant. Candida can become a little resistant to just garlic or caprylic acid. So, if you work with me, we'll choose which are the best combination for you. There's different ones that work better for different people. But that's one component of the plan. That's the second component of the plan. The third component would be probiotics, beneficial bacteria, and the foods that fuel the good bacteria in your gut. There's a variety of those on the market. I have my preferences. Live culture strains are great. There's a few that are on the market. There's the one I like the most is LB17 from a company called Osimex. But also with probiotics, we have to kind of focus on the ones that work best for you and that are in your budget. So those are the three components of the program. And with the three components, there's also stages. There's actually stages to implement this Candida clearing program. Stage one, make sure the bowels are moving very well. If the bowels are not moving well, if you're constipated and taking these antimicrobial herbs, it's going to cause a lot of die-off and backwashing of those toxins back into your body. You're going to feel miserable. So you definitely want to get the bowels moving. If you have sluggish bowels, we have to either make sure you got enough fluid, flora, and fiber, as you know from my previous constipation video. Sometimes you need something more powerful, like a formula like Oxypod or Ozonator to get the bowels moving. But once the bowels are moving, whether it's currently or if it takes you a week or two, that's great. The next stage is liver cleansing. The liver is filtering the blood, balancing the pH of the body. When your body chemistry is out of whack, if the pH is too acid, you're not going to digest your food too well. Your hydrochloric acid will be too low, actually, and you won't be able to digest your food well. Pathogens and mold will get in through your food. You'll have a yeast condition. So liver cleansing, essential. Next step. If your bowels are moving well already, start in with the liver cleanse. I use Liver Life from BioRay, fantastic formula. 2 weeks on that, and then you're ready for the anti-candida or fungal program, which can be the combination of any 2 or 3 that are going to work for you, sort of rotating those in and out. The whole time you're on the diet too, remember. Stage 3 would be the probiotics. You enter in with some really good probiotics or prebiotics that fuel the good bacteria in your gut. You can overlap stage 2 and 3 a little bit. You can sort of start the probiotics as long as you don't take them at the same time as the antifungal herbs. But this also can be customized for you based on how your body is handling the cleanse, and it can be like stretched out a little bit, the stages too. It could be more than 2 weeks. The second stage with the antimicrobial stage is going to be probably a month at least. Then probiotics are going to come in to start to repair the gut flora, and then you're going to hopefully not get the Candida infection back again. Maintenance is basically a good diet, not as strict as the anti-Candida diet, but a solid diet, pretty low in alcohol and sugar, and take a good probiotic regularly. And if you have a little setback, you might go for a week or 2 with the anti-fungal herbs, and that should keep you back on track. Next, I'll be talking about another problem that sometimes is related to the Candida overgrowth, but for now this is the anti-Candida program. If you have any questions, give my office a call, 541-482-2250. I offer free 15-minute phone consultations for those that want to see if I can help you with your health issues, and for the Candida program, I can customize the Candida program for you. There's a lot of choices out there, and I have some good recommendations, and there's some good things you can get in the store too. Hope you have a great day. Take care.